We're here today with Ralph Case, and the occasion is that Ralph was the very first Stark County and step forward and get to work for Donald Trump back in March of this year, right, Ralph?
Yeah, I helped in the primary. I helped, we opened an office here in the primaries and led the efforts during the primaries. I helped.
And you did this at your own initiative and at your own expense, correct?
Yes, and there was others involved as well, but majority of it, yeah, I motivated and I got people involved and so forth and so forth.
So were you pleased with the outcome of the primary in Stark County?
Yeah, I feel it could have been a little better. We could have done better, seeing that only, I think it was like 44% of the registered voters got out, makes me wonder where the rest of the 54 are.
And during the run-up to the primary, you got quite a bit of national notoriety. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of attention.
Some interviews. Who were some of the people that interviewed you?
There was different organizations and different documentary film crews. And they just wanted to see the grassroots effort, and I got recognized for my efforts, and pretty much speaking on why I feel Mr. Trump and should become the next president of the United States.
Okay. And did you get some guff for speaking out with the media?
I don't speak on behalf of anybody. I speak for myself. Once you have a title and stuff, I guess there's rules that you got to go by. And I'm all new to the political world. And I just, there was a little bit of misdrift, but it got worked out, and I've moved on from that.
Okay.
My focus now is getting voters out and get people involved. If I can make a difference, somebody else can make a difference.
Have you ever had an official connection with the Trump campaign?
No, I was always a volunteer.
Okay.
I did hold a title at one point in time, county chair during the primary, and I've decided to back away and do things with other organizations and different organizations and pretty much freelance and help, spread my time around.
And so right now you're totally unconnected with the Trump campaign in the official sense, but you're of course continuing your effort because you're an enthusiast for Donald Trump to become the next president of the United States.
That's correct, and I do want Mr. Trump to become the next president of the United States. I fear for my kids' future, and I'm going to continue to motivate people, help wherever you can help, and as for local politicians and Kasich, it's time to gather, it's time to move forward and support the nominee, and he's going to do great things for America. He's going to put America first.
Is that the big draw for you, him putting America first?
Absolutely. That sums it up, putting America first. It's about time somebody decided to do that, and it's time to get out and get people involved, get out and vote. There's organizations everywhere, and I suggest somebody to get in, whether it's a half hour, 25 minutes a day, hour a day, get involved somewhere, and these local people, they should be out there talking as well and being out in the community and stuff,
Mm-hmm. Are they doing that?
Some are, yeah, they are, and I've known quite a few of them, and I got to meet some of them too. Very nice people.
But some of them aren't, right?
I feel there's more that can be done. Nobody's perfect. There's always room for improvement, and there's a lot of work to be done.
So, are you referring to people who are Republicans?
I'm referring to all people in general. People say they want to change. Well, get out there and help make the change. You want to support the nominee, get out there and support the nominee. Get involved somewhere. That's all I'm saying. And the people that the politicians that do support them, they need to come out and vocally speak more. And get active.
Now, you did mention Republican Governor John Kasich a few minutes ago. Of course, he's not supporting Donald Trump, and he says his focus is on local candidates. A reaction?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in Stark County. I haven't seen him come support our local Republicans yet. And as for the Trump, he should honor the pledge. If it was vice versa or other ways around, he would absolutely want Mr. Trump to honor the pledge that Mr. Trump and all of them signed in the beginning, you know. And now here we are. It's time to honor your pledge, you know. And if he doesn't, he's going to lose my vote.
So how about the local situation? You're out with volunteers, what, 5 out of 7 days a week?
Every day there's something going on somewhere. Yes.
What kinds of things are you doing?
You know, everybody's doing phone call stores. I mean, everybody's doing something somewhere. You know, there's little events here, big events here, you know. There's just all different sorts of things going on right now.
Are these people like yourself, or are they from the Stark County Republican Party, or is it a combination of the two?
It's probably a combination of, I mean, you're a local citizen, you know, you're local volunteer, you know, who's helping out wherever they can help out, you know.
So it's mostly non-regular party people?
It's people that want change.
I see.
You know. And
now, you had a special event at the Republican National Convention that was held in Cleveland, July 17th to 21st. You want to tell the viewers of this video about that experience?
That was a wonderful experience to go in on that Thursday. I was only there on that Thursday, and to hear Mr. Trump speak, you know, it was definitely a moment I'll never forget. And I'm glad my oldest son's able to live through this, you know, because you can't learn this stuff in history books. This is real time, you know, and history's in the making. It's a movement, and it's got to keep moving. And it was a great experience up there.
And you had a photo op with Donald Trump?
That was not during the RNC. That was back in the primary.
Okay.
The photo op with Mr. Trump was back during the primary when he came to the IX Center, which, you know, I was blessed. And, you know, he's a true human being. And I believe he's got what it takes to be the next president of the United States.
Was that before or after you opened up your volunteer effort for him?
It was during the whole time.
That period of time?
Yeah, during the primary.
Okay. Had you already determined you were going to do it, or was that the inspiration for doing it, meeting him?
No. The inspiration, when I seen him come down, you know, on the escalators when he announced he was going to run for president, I knew right then and there I had to do something.
And that was back in 2015, right?
Yeah, that was back, December?
I think he announced like June of 2015.
Yeah, it was like June or July, somewhere in June. But as soon as he did, I knew I had to do something. So I got off the couch and I got involved, and I haven't stopped yet.
Okay. Now, not only are you supporting Donald Trump, you have a Jeff Giacomides for Prosecutor shirt on. You're a big supporter of Jeff Giacomides?
Yes, sir, I am. I'm a huge supporter of Mr. Giacomides. You know, the revolving doors, you know, with the court system and within the corruption of the whole thing of getting paid overtime and everything, you know, he's going to save us a lot of money there. You know, it even goes all the way back to, you know, there's things you can do, indictments and direct indictments, you know, to save money. You know, if you got the evidence, put them away. You know, take him right to trial, you know, and he's a good guy, and I think he's going to be best for the Stark County area, you know, to prosecute and fight the heroin epidemic and all the other stuff we got going on here in Stark County, you know. We need somebody that's not going to plea bargain a true convicted felon, you know, out from going to serve time when he should be serving time. Instead, they set him loose so they can do the same thing over and over and over again. You know, that's repeat offenders, you know, and he's here to put them away.
Now, I noticed that you have a Don't Tread on My Gun Rights medallion on your shirt, and you're working closely with the NRA.
I don't speak for the NRA, and as I've stated, I work with different organizations. You know, I'm very pro-gun, and I feel our gun rights are at threat. And, you know, with that being said, I am pro-Second Amendment, you know. That means a lot to me, the Second Amendment. But I do not speak for the NRA, and, you know, my volunteer assistance is done through several different organizations.
I see. Okay, so are you were satisfied? Were you with your efforts so far? And
no, I feel I can even do more. You know, I can feel if I can add an extra 25 minutes a day, get something accomplished, then, you know, I feel I could do more myself, and I'm going to push myself to do more, because we still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, a lot of the national political pundits are saying that the pathway for Trump to win in the Electoral College, is where you have to win, is a very narrow one. Do you subscribe to that?
No, I don't believe any of the polls. You know, the real poll is on election day. That's the real poll in my eyes, and I don't believe what the media is saying. You know, they blow things way out of proportion just to get ratings. You know, so I mean, I think Trump's going to win Ohio for sure. For sure. I mean, after talk to hundreds of supporters, and you see him at the crowds, thousands. I mean, he brings thousands. He had 6,000 up in Akron, you know, a couple weeks ago, you know, and Canfield Fair. I mean, people are fed up, you know. And as for, I don't even see how someone like Hillary can even run. You know, if I had a record like that and all those investigations, I wouldn't be allowed to run for president. You know, if I leak classified information and use my own private server for official business, I'd go to jail, you know. 2 generals serving, it goes on and on and on, you know. It's ridiculous. Somebody needs to do something about that because, you know, she broke the law in my eyes, you know.
Now, Donald Trump...
The Justice Department should do something about that for sure.
Now, Donald Trump is on record as saying, no matter what I do, people are going to support me. My people are going to support me. That's a pretty broad statement. Whatever I do, I'm going to support
Mr. Trump.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what he does.
No matter what he does.
I believe
Mr. Trump makes the right decisions. I believe Mr. Trump defends himself a lot because he's also attacked a lot.
Right.
And if I was attacked the way he was, I would probably be responding the same way. Very blunt and honest, you know. Yeah, the way it's worded sometimes.
Hasn't he initiated some of the attacks?
Well, you know, I don't speak for him or whatever.
Well, I know, but just from your standpoint.
From my standpoint, like the immigration standpoint, you know, look at the prison system. It's all out there in statistics, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How many people in prison that are illegal immigrants? And then what are their crimes? Mm-hmm. Do the research yourself, and you'll see it yourself. Yes, they need to go back. You know.
Well, how about the name calling? Do you think that, you know, like Lyin' Ted, Crooked Hillary, all that sort of thing?
Let's start with one at a time. Lyin' Ted. Did he honor the pledge that he signed? I guess not, but he fulfilled the name of Lyin' Ted.
Okay, and
Crooked Hillary. Look at the State Department. Look at all these emails. You know, I mean, to play dumb and to get out of charges is ridiculous. She broke the law. If anything, she's got perjury on her.
How about the...
I don't even have an education in law or anything, and I know perjury is a big crime when it comes to federal, and that's already been proven several times.
How about the Khan family?
First of all, the Khan family had no business saying what they said. I'm sure Mr. Trump has read the Constitution of the United States of America.
He's told you that?
I'm almost 100% sure Mr. Trump has read the Constitution. You know, I'm sure he did it when he was going through his school days, you know. I mean, he went to one of the greatest finance schools in America, you know, from what I understand, you know. That was a total ridiculous comment. Totally ridiculous comment.
Okay, now with your canvassing the neighborhoods, what kind of feedback are you getting?
It's very little negative, and I would say 96% positive.
Okay.
Positive feedback. Great support. Huge support, actually. It's everywhere. All different ages.
Okay, so you're confident of a Trump victory in Stark County?
I'm feeling confident, but I still know we got a lot of work to do. And, you know, one person can make a difference.
Okay.
And the bottom line is you need to get out and vote.
Okay.
And support your local candidates.
Hey, thank you, Ralph Case, an early adopter of Donald J. Trump for President of the United States of America.